All right, guys, today is the day. I'm nervous as all heck. I'm so excited, and it's gonna be unreal. We are officially gonna be dyno tuning the boosted E36. We finally have an open slot in the dyno, and today is the day. It's beautiful out, everything's great, the car sounds amazing, it's gonna go perfect. So if you guys don't know this setup, I have a S50 with a cut ring gasket, copper head spacer, and ARP studs. Besides that, the motor is completely stock. Slapped on it is a Precision 6266 journal bearing turbo with an OBX manifold, fueled by a full D-Works system, D-Works pump, 1000cc injectors, and best of all, we are controlled by a Link ECU. They're E36 OBD1 plug and play ECU, and that's really gonna be the cream of the crop here. So you guys know, I've been in love with the Link ECUs over the last year. We started with one in the JZ, we threw one in the S13, and I just honestly can't get enough of them. With this ECU, I have so much confidence behind these cars. I love tuning on them, they're so easy to use, they have such great control, and I just never have to second guess anything with them. But I'm gonna shut up, and let's get it on the dyno. Woo! This car's gonna be so much fun. All right, guys, what's gonna happen today?
Jimmy's gonna throw the connecting rods out of his motor.
Woo! You're here to make sure I don't.
Yeah.
So, surprise, surprise, Derek used to be a BMW guy.
Yep.
A big one. So you've done a lot of these.
That's right.
So what's the conservative power number?
If it doesn't make 450, I'd sell it.
Okay. So 450 is the number.
Yeah.
Because it can make 7.
On this turbo, on almost an identical setup with a piston and rod combo, I've made 760.
Okay, so I'm lacking the piston rod,
right.
So you gotta.
But all I'm saying is that this turbo intake manifold camshaft combo is capable of making a bunch of power.
Kenny, what do you think?
You're definitely going to be lacking rods after we pin the gates.
Stop this, dude.
Kenny's my fucking boy.
All right, so the goal is to keep the thing together but have some fun. And 450 is a lot of power. Like in a street car, 450 is a number.
I mean,
for a Honda Civic?
Yeah, for like a moped or something. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, but I mean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I know Del Sols that make that.
Line your Nova up. Let's go.
You don't want that.
All right, so right now we're gonna tune it on the gate, which is I think about 12 psi. So we're gonna do some pace pulls at 12 psi, get it where it wants to be. We'll do the fuel first. We'll throw some timing at it, and then we'll turn the boost up. Sound good?
Lots of timing, lots of boost. That's how you live.
All right. See how it goes. All right, so Derek gave me a rough idea of where these things like to be, so it saves me a bit of time.
Right. So I didn't give you like this butchered version of it. I gave you a nice version of it, but
so I have a rough map with some conservative numbers to start, and we're just gonna turn it up from there.
Let's get after it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, first pull.
Here we go.
Boost cut.
I think we did too.
Oh man, I think we might have to just go off the gate. Oh boy. Yeah, we hit boost cut. All right, so pull number 1, we ended up hitting boost cut. So I ended up making 16 PSI at 5,000 RPMs, and we ended up making 380 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque, which is crazy. So I was playing conservative on the timing card, and when the timing is low, it'll actually create more back pressure, which will then create more boost. So that's probably the reason why it boosted so high that time, because I kind of pulled all the timing up top being conservative, ended up making more back pressure, causing more boost, and then hitting boost cut. So Derek yelled at me, and he told me to stop being a little baby and throw a bunch of timing in it. So we threw a bunch of timing at it, right?
A bunch of timing, like 10 more degrees.
You're insane. But sometimes playing too conservative can really hurt you. Back pressure and EGTs can be very damaging, so you have to be careful. But every engine's different, and you figure them out, and this is a really good testament to it. So this is my first time tuning one of these above atmospheric pressure. So
let's go.
Ready?
Yep.
Uh, 487.
487 horsepower.
Yeah.
Oh,
told you.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's weird. My wastegate spring should be like 8 PSI, and it's clearly not.
Is your boost controller set up correctly?
Well, we're gonna have to check. All right, guys, so we turned the vanos off this time, so we're gonna see how the boost behaves with that actually off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you can see, it made the same peak power as before. It got a little farther in the RPMs, but the mid-range was down dramatically. And this is really where the Vanos shines, because it gives you that low end that really makes these things feel peppy. Variable intake cams are one hell of a thing. Unfortunately, turning it off did not really help us control our boost at all, so we're going to move on to the next issue. What are you doing? I'm going to bypass the boost controller for now to make sure there's no issues with it, to verify that this is just really what size spring is inside of it. Well, same thing happened. So it's probably my wastegate, or I just put too big of a spring in, I guess. Thought it was small.
There we go, Lee.
Well, too much boost. I think we broke a ring line.
My bad.
Piston rods. Coming at you live.
Coming at you live and direct. Man. Yeah, it smells pretty oily.
Well, the rod, I mean, the block is probably fine.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a ringland.
Fire it again, yeah.
I knew something was gonna happen that run. It just sounded like.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, you can see it in the blow-by.
Nobody's knocking at the door, so that's good.
Yeah, they're not knocking. So, yeah, we probably broke a ring line, which is common for NA piston. And that's the limitation on this one, so.
I cannot fucking believe that just fucking happened. And it wasn't making any more power than it was before.
No.
No, that was actually the...
You just brought it up in RPM. That was it. It went up in RPM.
Yeah. Didn't make any more power, you're right.
That's
The fuel was clean, everything was clean. 500 horsepower. That was the number that blew her apart. And at least I didn't throw a rod. If you threw a rod, it would have been a freaking mess and unusable.
And
Definitely shouldn't have blown up a 500 wheel.
I wonder if it was already on its way out.
Alright, well, she's hurt. We're definitely down a cylinder. I don't know if we broke a ring, cracked a ring line. I don't know what the deal is here, but it is smoky as all hell, and it is no good. Old engine. It's pretty, it's 20-something years old.
I'm still pretty surprised, considering the power, boost, and timing we had in it, that it actually got hurt.
I mean, how many of you've tuned? So many.
Many of them.
Yeah, so.
That's why maybe it was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to blame it on anything other than, shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens, yeah.
Take the head off, see what broke.
And then on top of that, my clearly my wastegate wasn't cutting it, the position of it or something, because even with the wastegate bypass, so even with the wastegate with a 7-pound spring in it, still made 18 pounds of boost. So clearly we have to address that issue too. So we could either make a new location or modify the location we have now or what, but there's definitely some things we have to change. If it didn't happen on the dyno now, it definitely would have happened on the road pretty shortly after. So back to the drawing board, but maybe this will just lead to something cooler, and maybe it's about time we finally get a built engine in this thing and make some real power. That's sick. Well,
You let a couple horse puppies out.
yeah, so it sucks because it realistically should have held. I really do think the motor was a little hurt to begin with. This thing has always had kind of a smoking issue, and whatever. We'll gives us a good excuse to build this thing now. So I don't know. I'm upset. It really does suck. This is never a fun moment because we put so much work into it, but it's part of the game. Turboing any NA engine is always a risk, regardless. Especially one. I mean, this motor is 25 years old. We slapped a big old precision on it and made more than double the factory horsepower. You're gonna have some issues. So this time we didn't get lucky, and it's unfortunate, but we will build on. But we did get some good news today, though. All the subframes for Nisanda officially powder coated, so let's go pick them up. This could be me in the Civic, dude. The wild, dude. Check it out. Yeah.
Tapping, dude.
He'll spit out his Mountain Dew and fight me. I already know it. Love that. I wish I had stickers of my own to give him, like cover that shit. Why should I just hopped out, cover the junk sticker? Oh my god. What do I got for stickers? Can we cover this in special? Let's put a special feel. Yeah! We should go slap this right over the junk sticker. He definitely paid a solid $5 for that sticker, though. I can't see that. Yo, can you put this over the junk sticker? Yeah. Awesome. I don't think he got it, but
I don't think he knows who you are.
Love that. There we go, boys. Shoreline coating. So the valve cover isn't done yet, but the subframe is done, so we can get those in the car, which is sick.
It's been a while since we did a field trip, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Jimmy doesn't let us out of the house very much.
No, he wants to come out with.
Oh, he's liar.
Get out of here. Look at this guy.
Oh my god.
You're like the old man on the porch.
Is that Jimmy Oaks?
Look at this guy. Yes, praise me.
Look at this shit. Ready to go.
Get the f out.
All right.
There they are,
What we
Brian.
got? Put it in the sun.
Let's see
Put
it.
it up on the tailgate.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
There's a lot.
Cops in the sun.
Look at this, dude.
Get it. Stop giving it shade. Oh my god. That's TJ, point it here. Look at that spot. Dude, that.
Put it sun, bro.
Tell me this is not Gizmo. That's hilarious.
Oh, it's actually a way better color than I thought it was gonna be.
What do you guys think of the color? Put it down in the comments.
There you go. Zoom in.
Did you see the sparkles?
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude. This against the red? Kyle, you really outdone yourself this time, kid.
I didn't do any of that.
But huge shout out to Shoreline. They really killed on this one. I am so pumped to get this on the car, so let's go mock it up. Hey, boys, here we go. Time to mock it up and see how she looks.
Looks great.
Can't wait.
He said.
You got hardware?
We need some sunlight in here.
Yeah, I was saying that the other day to RJ. We gotta cut some holes in the ceiling. Get some skylights in here.
All right, let's see what I can do without the scratch.
Oh my gosh, why? Oh.
Oh shit, that looks too good. Yo, that is cool.
That's
This is like some hot rod shit right here, though. Bang, and under here. That looks okay. That's
totally blood red. I love it.
dude, this is insane. This looks so way too nice. This looks like a show car right now, and it's stressing me out. Oh my god.
The amount of flake in that silver is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, I love how it's nice and it's not too heavy of a flake. It's like nice small.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're trying. It's just like that's nice.
Dude, I love all the textures and colors and contrast, all this coming together.
Like the little pedestal. I love the little pedestal right here. Like,
Right?
I love this piece. This is a really good piece. I know we need a Gizmo sticker for this thing.
Oh shit! I better go get a Illustrator right now.
We'll get that made. This thing is so fucking good. Oh, first scratch. I didn't scratch it. The first major scratch, I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna drop something in here and just scratch it. The frame rail is a very high scratch point because it's flat.
The first scratch usually comes from a dropped socket.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
Like we could put the whole engine, have no issues.
Yeah, and you go to tighten the battery cable and you just throw the socket across the freaking bay by accident.
Every time. Luckily, let's get the intercooler piping in first because it covers that. All right, so today was a pretty eventful day. The E36 obviously didn't go as planned as we were all hoping. It's very unfortunate. this is just part of the game, especially when you start messing around with NAT conversions, because there's just such a fine line and it's always such a mystery at them. But whatever, it happens. We'll move on. We'll figure it out. And got the parts for Nasanda, and it looks amazing. And I cannot wait to get the rest of the subframes in tomorrow. We'll get the front end in. We'll get the suspension on, and we'll really start assembling this thing. So stay excited. But I'm gonna go home, cry myself to sleep about this car, and continue on with my life. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.